If you're thinking of selling your house, you would like to maximize the amount of money that you get for it while minimizing the stress that it causes you, you might want to watch this video. We're going to dive into how a buyer sees your house and the decision making that goes into purchasing it. So my name is Josh Pearson. I'm a Toronto-based real estate agent, and let's just dive in. Typically, most buyers are either looking online or getting listings from their agents, and what they're looking for are the pictures. Is your house updated? What's the property size? How's the description that your agent wrote? And most importantly for the buyer, how does the price look? My goal with my online presence would be to pique the buyer's interest enough for them to book a showing and come see the house in person. Now, I'm sure you've seen listings with cluttered houses and bad pictures, old ugly furniture. So the first thing I would look at is how can I maximize the appeal of my house? Decluttering makes a huge difference. Switching out some of the furniture, getting professional staging can definitely help make the home feel like a nicer place to be, and professional photos, all things that I recommend with my listings, and very often they are things that I include with my package depending on the circumstance and the selling strategy. So we have professional staging and photography, maybe some video. The buyer decides to book a showing and they come to the house. The first thing they're going to see is the curb appeal of your house. Is the driveway shoveled? Is the lawn mowed? Does the house look cared for from the outside? Is pulling in feeling like they're coming to a peaceful home or not? This is one area where you can make large improvements to that first impression for a relatively inexpensive cost. When they enter the house, those first 2 or 3 seconds are where many buyers know if this is the house for them. I would want to make sure that the entrance is clean and tidy and feels like home. This is really where I want to make sure that my first strong impact is made on the potential buyer. Once they get inside and start walking around, some of the savvy buyers will look at things like cracks in the walls or the ceilings, moisture in the basement, things like that. So these are some things that you can take care of ahead of time. And one of the ways that you can know about a lot of these things is if you get a pre-sale inspection. Now, this can do a couple of things. Number one, it can let you see ahead of time what things you need to fix to make sure that your house is more presentable. Number two is it will give a buyer some peace of mind if they are able to see a professional inspection report, and they can adjust some of the repairs into their budget without having to guess at what they are. A pre-inspection report is also something that I will often add into my listing package depending on the strategy that we use. Next, you might be looking at some updates or upgrades that you can make to your house. I would definitely speak with your agent and find out which ones are worth the money and which ones are not. You don't want to be spending money on upgrading items that do not mean anything to the buyer. So definitely speak with your agent, find out where you can spend money that will bring you back more. Something else buyers will look at are things like the age of the roof, the furnace, the hot water tank, and the air conditioner. Those are potentially tens of thousands of dollars to replace and typically cannot be added onto a mortgage. So a buyer will want to make sure that they either have a budget for that allocated in case they need to replace it, unless it's been done recently and they have the peace of mind of knowing that they still have a few more years until they need to put out that expense. Move-in ready houses over the past few years have definitely been selling quicker, better, for more money than the fixer-uppers. So if you are able to update your house so that it's move-in ready, then that can make a big difference. And one of the areas that I think most people will look at their house from a seller's point of view is with the comfort of living in their home for a long time and thinking that it's move-in ready. What you need to do is you really need to switch your viewpoint to how a buyer who has never been there before will look at it, and being open-minded about how a buyer might negatively look at things that you consider positive can make a big difference. I would definitely ask your agent for some honesty around this, because this is definitely an area where some agents struggle to speak with their potential seller and tell them of the shortcomings of their house. Those are just a few of my thoughts about things that you can look at in getting ready to sell your home. I hope that my thoughts in this video help. If you are considering making a move, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'm happy to chat anytime. Other than that, I hope this video helped, and have a great day.